Hello everyone, my name is Tina Louise Spalding and I am a trance channel. Hello subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do so. There's always more interesting information coming up. So the big news for a couple of days has been the Me Too response to the Harvey Weinstein scandal in Hollywood. And I thought it would be a really interesting thing to hear what Jesus has to say. I did post his New Year's Day recording, which is well worth listening to as it does relate to the subject, New Year's Day 2016. So he was challenging us to a year of looking at where we're not supporting equality between men and women. So you can watch that as well. But I thought I would channel him today. It is the 19th of October 2017. For those of you who are watching this in the future, this may be ancient history. But I do like to try and do a Jesus commentary on big current events. So this is a very big current event. So those of you who know me know well that I take a couple of breaths and Jesus will come through and give us his teaching today on the Harvey Weinstein scandal. So I'll see you in a little while. These days are challenging indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And it is a subject of great import in your planet's evolution at this time. And that is why this secret has arisen in your society. It has arisen in your society not for condemnation, not for judgment, not for attack. Beware of these low-frequency reactions, but it has been revealed to you so that you may all see where healing needs to take place. You must remember, as these ascension energies increase, as your planet goes through the shift from 3D to 5D, via the heart, which is 4D, the heart is the fourth dimension through which the 3D being transforms into a 5D being. And this is happening in your society right now. Anything that is of a 3D frequency, that means lower frequency sexual activity, intense materialism, overindulgence of food, drink, material objects, fear, judgment, all of these things are going to be shown to you. Again, not for you to judge them, but for you to heal them, for you to forgive them. Now, when a subject such as this kind of sexual assault comes up, there is an automatic reaction in many of you of rage or anger or disillusionment, and that is okay for the short term. But it is very, very important that if you access a feeling of shame or rage or anger or disillusionment, that you feel it, that you acknowledge it, and then you forgive it. Now, those of you that are caught in dualistic teachings, those of you that are caught in him and me, the enemy and me, the outsider and me, that dualistic separation way of looking at the world, you are going to have a very difficult time forgiving this because you will perceive it as victim blaming. It is not victim blaming. What it is healing. What it is a society coming to see its dark underbelly, its shadow, and saying no more. If you maintain the judgment, if you maintain the attack, if you maintain the reaction, the ego's reaction, then you strengthen it. Then you keep it in the dark because you are staying in a place of not love. So what you want to do as you are receiving this gift, and this is a gift for you, even though many of you do not feel it is a gift, it is bringing up your own recollections of abuse or mistreatment or disempowerment. That is the gift for each of you, to see where that is triggered in you and to ask for that to have a light shone on it and for it to be healed. until it is acknowledged and brought to the surface so that spirit, God, love can heal it, then it is a dirty little secret that is kept in the shadows, and there it will miscreate all of the time throughout your life. So if you have shame or disgust or anger about being molested or raped or abused in some way, that low frequency will manifest in your body, it will manifest in your relationships, it will manifest in your financial situation, it will manifest in many different forms so that you can see it. This is what the reflective universe is for. It is so that you can see in physical form what you are unaware of in your consciousness. And that is why your world is so bewildering to you, because you've never been taught this. You've been taught that the negative that appears out in front of you has nothing to do with you. It is your unconscious guilt, shame, powerlessness, judgment about sexuality even. If you are raised in a repressive, shaming, even religious cult or a system that tells you that sexual energy is deviant or dirty or horrible, and there is lots of evidence in your world to support that view, we know that. But if you are raised in that frequency, you can do nothing but create that frequency in your experience. And this is the great cultural healing that has to take place. All of the shame that the church has taught, all of the repression and control that the old religious structures have and are teaching have to manifest in secret, deviant sexual behavior, abusive behavior, because to repress and control and shame the sacred sexual energy that is your creative, divine gift from God, if you will, from creation, that is a blasphemy and it is a lie. Your sexual energy, directed by love and educated with wisdom, is a vital life force that will bring forth wonderful, wonderful things. And so this is the challenge that you have now as a society, is to acknowledge the pain, acknowledge the shame, acknowledge the secret, the power struggles that have been at play, and raise them up through the heart, through the practice of forgiveness, offering up whatever you have in that frequency to the light for healing, and ask it to be removed from your consciousness now. You no longer want it. Your society can no longer tolerate it, because the planet on which you are living is going into a higher frequency, and you must go too. That is your challenge with this particular experience. And so how do you do that? You allow the feeling, you acknowledge the feeling, and then you say to whomever you pray to, we do not require that you pray to Jesus, God. You can pray to the goddess, you can pray to all that is, you can pray to Gaia, you can pray to any higher force with which you have a divine relationship, and you can say, I feel this shame, anger, guilt, whatever the negative emotion is in me, I no longer want it in my body-mind complex, miscreating in my life. Please take it from me and show me where I am part of that negative energy. Show me where I am disempowered. Show me where I am shamed. Show me where I am attacking or violent or sexually deviant. Please show me, so that I can heal it and let it go. I no longer want it in my body-mind. I no longer want it in my life. And I no longer want it in my society, as I am seeing here and now. So that is the process. That is the challenge. And you will overcome this. This freedom-seeking action that is taking place in your world right now is every person who has been attacked saying, me too. I have been hurt too, but do not blame the perpetrators only. This is the great challenge that you have. Their minds were distorted. Their energies were twisted. They were trained incorrectly. And that is where you are going to have to go deep and find that love in your own spirit to acknowledge that these distortions are global, that these distortions are cultural and religious and long-standing, and that all of you have been victimized in a way, but now is the time to refuse to play the victim anymore in any way, shape, or form. Even to agree that you have been coerced into being aggressive or sexually abusive. You no longer allow yourself to be victimized by that conditioning. You say, love is my purpose, and forgiveness is the path to that healing. That is all you need to know to deal with this issue. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and love is always the answer. It is how do you get from shame and rage and guilt and attack to love. It is always through the practice of forgiveness, understanding that you are looking at a reflective world that is showing you that which is unacknowledged, that which is unhealed, and that which needs more love added to it. We will speak to you again soon. All right. I have experienced abusive relationships early on in my life, and as I went through my spiritual journey, I saw how I was at times victimizing myself through a perceived powerlessness that I was not owning. And that has been a long journey. I'm still on that journey, but A Course in Miracles and these forgiveness practices have brought me through lesson by lesson, release by release, into a different way of looking at my own miscreations. So I know that his teaching is challenging on this particular subject, but listen to it a few times. And the first book that I channeled was called Making Love to God, is called Making Love to God. And it is about our society and sexual energy and sexuality. So if you are really wanting to delve into this subject, please go to Amazon.com, type in my name, Tina Louise Spalding, and the first book that came through by Ananda was called Making Love to God. And it is a beautiful testament to our own sacred sexuality, our own creativity, and it really helps you feel better about where you are if you're struggling with this subject. So once again, that book's called Making Love to God. Highly recommend it. It's a very good book. I can say that because I didn't write it. And hope you enjoyed this transmission. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.